Let's go to Emily. Emily, what's the most you've ever spent on a ticket for an event? Emily, go ahead.
I went to the Lil Wayne concert with my daughter for her 18th birthday, and we spent a little over $1,000 for 2 tickets.
Wow.
The fireman.
At the Fillmore. It was at the Fillmore, standing room only, first come, first served, to however close you wanted to be to the stage.
That's a tiny venue for Lil Wayne.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's why the tickets are so much, though.
Yes, that's amazing.
How close did you push
So they
up
were
to?
they were like $360 a person, and we got into that issue with third party because it was a sold out concert, and then with all the fees, it was like $1,011.
Ooh, was it worth it?
It was. He put on a great show. It was really hyped, and she absolutely loved it. Of course, being 18, so I was excited. But I've never done that for myself.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was last year.
Oh,
I
dang.
didn't know about that.
Coming off his Masked Singer performance.
Right.
That was about 4 years ago. All right. Emily, sounds fun. It's a lot of money. Appreciate it. 800-682-1075. What's the most you've ever spent on a ticket for an event? Josie, who's in for Katie.
Yesterday, I dropped $1,985.42 to go to the Oceans Calling Music Festival in Ocean City, Maryland, with my sorority sisters.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that much.
That's the best
Ocean
decision you
calling?
can make.
That's for 6 tickets. 6 tickets, so they're
Okay.
$330 each, or $320 each.
Okay.
It's a festival?
It's a festival. It's 3 days. Let me just read you this
Okay.
lineup. So it got dropped. I got in the pre-sale that's what I was doing during our meeting yesterday at 10 a.m. while I was a little late because I was waiting in the wings to get this. The lineup is Blink-182, Sublime, Brad's son is singing, OAR, 311, Cage the Elephant, The Darkness, Matt,
Woo!
The Offspring, The Beach Boys, Young the Giant, Dave Matthews Band, The Killers, Counting Crows, Boys to Men, Bare Naked Ladies, Blues Travelers, Big Head, Todd and the Monsters, Lisa Loeb, The Beaches. It's just going to be like, OAR, and then
Weird Al.
Jason Biggs is hosting it, the American Pie
Jason
star.
Biggs.
Yes. $330 for 3 days.
odd.
And my girlfriend
Yeah.
lives right down the street from there.
Yeah.
So we can walk or
So you're getting paid
Uber.
back from all these people. You bought tickets
Oh,
for
yeah,
them.
I paid for them. But no, it was absolutely one of the worst financial things I've done at this time in my life. But I decided that it was worth it, damn it, and I worked too hard not to go.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
awesome.
Got you.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Yeah, I YOLO'd yesterday real hard.
At least
I'm
that's a
regretting it.
festival you're actually into. I paid like $300 for a music festival. I didn't care a thing about an artist because it was a friend of mine's bachelor party.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what the artist.
It was an EDM music fest.
Oh, my
And
God.
I did not fit in at all.
Didn't you say like you were the only sober one there, and everyone was just like
On drugs.
Yeah, I thought someone was trying to drug me because they asked if I wanted some candy, and I'm like, no means no. And
It's
but
true.
that's apparently just the stuff they wear, like the friendship bracelets Taylor Swift has. You go to these EDM festivals, and they all make their own wristbands, but they call it candy.
Oh,
So I was
thought
like,
it was
you want
actual-
some candy? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me at Bonnaroo in the bathroom line if I knew where Molly was, and I was like, I don't know her.
I don't know Molly.
That was before Molly was like, that
Yeah.
was a while. That was before Molly was a big drug.
You're like, I don't know Molly.
I don't know what Molly. If I hear about her, I'll let you know. And the guy looked at me. He was like, "You're a
Definitely a
moron."
Squid, what's the most you spent on a ticket to an event?
it was the Buku Music Festival in New Orleans 2016. It was like for 2 days, like $220, I think it was, for
Okay.
like a 2-day pass. And that was the best time of my life.
I feel like we're doing pretty well with music festival prices here. Like $300 for 3 days, $200 for 2
Yeah,
days.
who was there?
The first day, it was like Kid Cudi, Fetty Wap, people I saw, Ray Shremmerd. There's a bunch of other people.
I got you.
And then second day was like Future, Toxic King, A$AP Ferg, Yellow Claw, bunch. It was pretty much hip hop and EDM.
I got you.
And it
in
was
New Orleans.
in New Orleans, in Mardi Gras, on Mardi Gras weekend.
My goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
That's fun.
It was.
I would need a nap.
Mm-hmm. It was
Wow.
a great time.
I bet you ate some candy.
What? Oh yeah, I had some candy. I had some candy on my wrist.
You should absolutely.
Yeah. if you need to find Molly, just look on the ground. You'll find Molly.
I
Molly
learned.
was everywhere.
I learned.
They're the best of holding on to their drugs. I know for me, I think we've spent more money on like going to NFL games, but it was for 4 people and it was like a gift, so I didn't spend it.
Right.
So that's different. But the most I spent recently, I spent with fees, $175 to $200 a piece for Kevin Hart when he came.
Oh.
And we had station tickets in their upper level, but I was trying to impress a date. And we had lower level seats. We were about 12 rows back, and it was worth it. It was really funny, except for
Your date.
my date, who I'm now dating still, Anna. This is like it's probably like our fourth or fifth date, but like first big date, And she loves Kevin Hart. That's why I got it. And who doesn't love Kevin Hart? And she's dying laughing through the three comedians that came on before, the openers. And then I heard her laugh for Kevin Hart for like 2 minutes and then not laugh again. I'm like, does she not think Kevin Hart's funny? I look over, she's asleep.
How was she tired?
Red flag.
Well, she does work full. She did work a full day, and she always has her kids. She doesn't get any help from her kid's father. But anyway, but I did learn too, when she drinks, she gets super tired, and so she drank a drink at the Coliseum.
Oh.
One drink does that?
It might have been two. I don't remember. See, I don't drink, so I was like, was it a double? I'm not sure.
Oh.
Mix it with the Percocet, you might pass out.
Don't give her any candy.
No candy and drinking. Don't mix and match.
And then, obviously that to me, we joke about it now. I was like, well, that was a red flag. I spent, first of all, I probably shouldn't spend that much money, but I was very excited about it. And I love Kevin Hart. I do love Kevin Hart. I was dying laughing. In the show I went to, Squid was there. He had station tickets, I think, but Squid was there. And that's when Kevin Hart got interrupted 4 times by someone at the Coliseum because they're fighting in the stands.
I was going to ask, did she wake up during the fight?
No.
Really?
Wow.
No.
Dang.
People were like,
was
Kevin
excited.
Hart stopped his show 4 times and it said, I'm not going to perform anymore until you remove this person.
I don't remember that.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Were you there? If you were
no,
there.
I didn't go, but
Oh.
I thought I would have heard about that.
Yeah, well, we talked about it on the air, but yeah, they didn't make news
well,
or anything.
I don't listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you had to lock your phone away so no one could if people had phones, it would have been everywhere.
Because everyone would have filmed it. And Kevin
Yeah.
Hart, of course, did riffs off of the
Right,
person.
of course.
And, was making, and it's 2 ladies fighting over something, seats or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were probably about 100 feet from us. And,
Good grief.
and then after the show, I was like, hey, Kevin Hart was good. What? And he's like, shut up. I'm like, okay.
Did she continue to sleep on the way home in the car?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm,
No, I
nice.
think she was awake then and she felt bad. I was like, you just missed Kevin Hart. And
You didn't wake her up?
I tried to at one point, and then she went right back to sleep.
Mm.
I was like,
Oh, my
all right.
goodness.
Yeah. So I was like, I sent her a bill later for $200.
Good.
Jason Goodman, what's the most you've ever spent?
Well, Frankie Valley was okay. When I got those Frankie Valley tickets, it was a series that I went to. I went to 8 shows.
8
Oh my
shows.
God!
But they all were separate. So I think a single,
What?
You get a better deal.
I didn't know you went to 8.
When you buy
2
8 at
cars
once.
at once.
I think I've seen them 8 times. But I think the
Wow.
most single one was probably Red Sox or Patriots. One of the two is around $400,
Yeah.
maybe something like that.
Per
Yeah,
ticket.
Mm.
Yeah.
maybe
I mean, maybe.
300 to 400.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
in that price range, yeah.
How much was I need to know how much the Frankie Valley 8 series tickets were.
Total.
Oh, it's got to be of a course of that time over 1,000. I mean, maybe 1,500.
Well, he'll be dead soon, so you
Yeah.
got to make
I
sure you
mean,
see him now.
But that was over, a couple years.
Yeah.
Now, if you bought that, I wonder if there's something in there about it if the artist dies because he's so old.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, you get a
seriously.
refund.
Do you? Okay.
Oh.
Because sometimes you read the back of
You guys
tickets.
just said that so.
Yeah, in fact, when you said that, I was like, you know what? He better hold on after I pay for these tickets. I'm going to be highly disappointed if he dies.
Yep.
You better not die on my watch.
Tickets come with life insurance.
Yeah, you get a payout.
He's still on tour now.
Yeah, was he 90 now? He's got to
Close
be
to
right
it.
at 90.
Close.
Let's go one last call real quick. Paul, what's the most you spent on concert tickets or a ticket to an
I
event?
really didn't want to admit this, but sometime back in Miami, Florida, I actually spent about $4,000 for a meet and greet for Demi Lovato.
Oh, my
Wow.
Seriously?
I wouldn't admit to that
Paul
either.
Dandy?
Not even kidding. Not even kidding.
Wow, that's a
Demi's
lot.
cool. Yeah.
But I moved on. She broke my heart, so you know.
And when,
Oh, yeah.
when you spend $4,000, and I've been back with a lot of meet and greets before, there's different meet and greets. There's like contest window meet and greet, and then there's like the people that pay meet and greet. Usually 2 separate meet and greets, really. How much time were you back there meeting her for the 4,000?
It was about 15 minutes, but I got a hug. I got a photo with her. I mean, it was worth it at the time.
Okay. That's
Okay,
good.
and what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a eBay reseller.
Are you serious?
Yep, that's all I do for the last 9 years.
And you've made a boatload of money? I mean, I might know it's kind of you don't have to answer.
Well, we can't talk about that on the air, you know.
Well, I talk to you off the air about it. I'd be interested. But I mean, $4,000.
No, I mean, I'm comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing when you bought the Demi Lovato tickets?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think you're
Dang.
comfortable.
So I mean,
because-
I'm part-time, not full-time, but I mean, I was still making out pretty well.
okay, good for you.
What
Wow.
are we doing wrong? I
Not-
read these like
not risking
OnlyFans
things.
stories where
Thank you, Paul.
people make five figures a month crushing grapes with their feet on
or
OnlyFans.
six figures or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean there's the thing about like those resellers and eBay resellers or Amazon. It's a lot of work. It's hustle, and there's so many people doing it that there's a smaller percentage that really do well.
And you have to, like, he's doing it full time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because when Jason and I had a very popular Amazon store,
Very popular.
we did well when we got a little bit. We were kind of on the tail end of fidget spinners, but we sold like well over 1,000 fidget spinners in like 2 weeks.
The enormous expense that Amazon takes. I mean,
Yes.
you got to do high volume unless it's a really big ticket. I mean, there's a lot that goes in it, and to really do it well, you need full-time people nonstop watching out for
Yeah,
it.
because the guy who got us kind of interested in an Amazon store, he was like an analyst somewhere making six figures,
Yeah.
college educated, I think a master's degree, and he started doing this, and then he went into it full time, and he actually hired a staff at some point.
Wow.
Now he makes probably $250,000 or more a year, but it's full time. It's all he does. And now he just like, yeah, we're gonna go to Hawaii for 2 months and just kind of live there. And the store just runs itself, and he has a million different products on there now. And,
Wow.
But he started from nothing, and then he had to eventually make the decision: do I quit this job with benefits and insurance and and making six figures and go for it? And he did. Risky, but he's done
Risky.
very well. But he has full-time people now running all the different things.
Wow.
Yeah, that he pays a salary to. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, what about our light-up shoelaces? Nope. Nobody wants those? Okay, cool.